First thing that they talk about is the flash roll in there. So basically what that means when I go in, and what's funny is there's a guy over at Bath Planet, and he wanted to come here and I didn't want him. Wrote 5.5 million net last year. His name is Jake Dana out of Chicago. And I rode with him one time, and this is at the time that I'm reading the book. And he does this flash roll, and he doesn't realize that he's doing it. So basically what he did is he gets in the tub, points out everything. So, you know, we have cast iron tub, fiberglass in the background, he pushes on it, you feel the hollow back there, yeah. Okay, so what ends up happening is at the top here, there's a seal, and that breaks off. So you're gonna get moisture back there, okay? Then he goes to the plumbing. Now your plumbing, this is galvanized steel, all right? Because the house is built in the 60s, you have galvanized steel. What that is, there's a tube like this on the outside, but on the inside, it's actually like this. So over time, that gets clogged with your skin cells and your products, makeup, all that kind of stuff. You're showering in that, okay? Then he starts like going up and down on the ground. He's like, I'm sure you feel that while he goes, how long has that been happening, right? So that's your flash roll. Your flash roll is basically pointing out everything that you're seeing, knowing what's going on behind the walls. And it's not so much where you don't really want to ask too many questions with it. It's just a matter of fact of what's happening. When you do that for the rest of the appointment, especially if you're really good with it, okay, and you really make it yours, okay? And what's funny is you can have just 3 different flash rolls for the 3 different materials that we normally see. And you could have it practiced to the point where it's just like in the script, okay? You could be very present and seeing what's going on, but also having your go-tos of what you know you're gonna say, all right? What that does throughout the rest of the appointment now, they are going to listen to every word you say. You're the person that just let them really know what's going on, where everybody else comes in and just does their measurements, and then they give their presentation. You're giving them a real analysis of what's happening. There's something, you know, we buy from fear. That's the first thing. And if you're pointing out a bunch of things that they know either is happening wrong now or that's going to happen later, then you're planting seeds, right? Okay. Secondly, would be their why. Whatever they told you were their main reason they wanted to get this done, that's what you're going to go over with them at this point. If it's safety, let me go ahead and see you step in and out. Have them get in and out. Obviously, I'm sure you guys all know this. When they put their hand somewhere, that's where the tape goes. Okay, if they say why, say because I have to know where to put the grab bars, right? I have to see you get over the tub. I want to see, you know, as far as like the height that we're going to have you stepping over. So they get in. Now when they get in, and especially if it is safety, usually it's going to be older people. They're going to want to tell you about their experience and what happened to them and why they're worried about it, or if they had a fall. Older people love talking like that. They love just telling you their problems, right? So have them relive, say, okay, when you're showering normally, which way are you facing? You know, you said you had a scare. Tell me about that scare. You know, which way were you falling? What did you grab onto? So then, you know, and then you can go inspect, right? I want to put a grab bar there. Okay, when you fell, how did you fall? Well, I fell like this. Okay, what did you grab? I grabbed on the curtain. All right, if you think about this, if you didn't have that curtain, what would have happened? Yeah, we definitely got to get this taken care of for you. Or if it's something where they're looking to, you know, if they're looking to just make it more modern or whatever it is, then now you turn into the complete designer. Maybe have a couple things that you've suggested. Do you guys feel like that? Do you feel like when you're designing the bathroom, you're doing it as a construction guy, or if it's a actual like design project, are you turning into a little bit more of a designer? Which one?
He's a designer. I wrote with him yesterday.
Okay, beautiful. Tell me about that.
But when I did Jackie she was an older lady. She was 80 something. So it was much more of a construction monitor, making sure it was safe.
Safer.
Right. So
yeah,
it
so that's
entirely
different.
depends on what
But-
you're giving at first.
Okay, all right. No, go ahead.
Question, the person wrote the book, there's a few authors, which one is the one you took?
Erwin or Klaff, K-L-A-F-F. Yeah, no, listen, maybe we will. I'm gonna be back here, for sure.
Okay, for sure.
Hey, nice meeting you, Bryce.
What you guys
Go get it,
doing
dude.
today?
Can I get it? Have some fun.
Let's get that money.
Take care, man.
All right, so if it's a design, maybe have some go-tos that you've suggested for other people, whether it be, like, you know, some people want a storage closet. Make their problems the reason why they buy. Instead of a storage closet, you're gonna spend a ton on that. There's this that would match perfect with the colors that you're kind of telling me that you want. I have a cabinet thing that's perfect right on Amazon that you just place right in.
Yeah.
Things like that. Make it to where you're going above and beyond, and you're not only the construction guy at that point. Now you're somebody who you're a consultant. You're a specialist. Beautiful. Okay.
I usually try to look at the rest of the home too.
Absolutely.
And then have in mind of what I have, because I know you guys mentioned pull out the Carrara for
Yep.
women and then butterscotch for men. But sometimes if you could see the way the layout of the house is and how it's designed, you could actually give them somewhere it's like, oh my gosh, like yeah, I would definitely put this in my bathroom because
Right.
you kind of have an idea of what you're already looking at.
And you're tying things together for them. Once again, that people buy when they're seeing patterns. People buy when things are making sense to them. And if you're tying it in from the rest of the house, I agree. That's a great idea. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Their why, whatever their why is, that's what we're going to attack. You guys, if you don't understand this in in-home sales, it's not about you. I know that we all think it is. It's about how you communicate. It's about how you make the people feel. They want to buy. They're buying your enthusiasm, okay? But it has to be your enthusiasm about helping them with their problem, what their why is. All right? And you'll be able to do that much better if you give a flash roll because they're going to believe you. Now everything you're saying is real. Okay? All right. My favorite part. FSN. $20, not you guys, or you. If one of you two can get what that is. FSN.
FSN.
Yep. 5 seconds.
I've never heard of it.
Try it. It's easy. 3, 2, nothing. I probably want to try it.
Give the first
I
one.
blame Louis.
What's the F stand for?
Find. Find something new.
Uh,
So they're going to know what their problems are that they're going to point out to you. You want to find something new, because now they have to process this, and they're like, and when you find it, you're going to question. Did you guys know this was leaking over here? No. Okay. Never seen that before. What's below us? That's my dining room. When we get down there, please remind me. Close up, not a far back picture, because a far back picture is going to be for your installers. A close up picture. Why'd you take a picture then? I just want to make sure. You do that, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. You're going to measure with the moisture meter, right? Did you guys know that you had this much moisture behind the wall? No. Maybe a silly question, okay? When this was put in, did you get to see behind the walls? No. Okay. Take a picture. You're planting seeds that are growing. And throughout your whole entire presentation, you're going to be, the worries that they have here, you're going to show them how we're going to help them. Okay, and actually you're going to do it really, even in this. So I do that maybe 4 or 5 times. Black lights are the best. Okay, I didn't use them at first when I started selling bath. Started using them over when I was at Jacuzzi, and they work so much better than anything else, and here's why. When I get in there, and door has to be completely closed, has to be completely dark. There's usually only room for one other person. A lot of time, the wife will stay downstairs, the husband goes with you into the bathroom, which is the worst thing that can happen because she's the one who's the motion. She's emotion. She's the one who wants to get this done, right? So I, go to the bathroom, I shut it. How long has this been going on? Did you realize this? Here, you hold it. And then once they hold it, all right, once they have it in their hand now, you know what? I'm gonna go get your wife really quick. She can see this.
No, please don't.
Yep. Then they go in, and now look, I'm not gonna try to squeeze in there with them. I'm going to close the door and let them talk, and they're gonna go, we didn't know we had all this. And they're basically at that point wanting, regardless, they're getting something done at that point.
They take ownership of the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, because now it's not you saying it. Anytime you can make it a third party, you're much better off. Okay, so there we go with that. Price impressions. Price impressions are, now we're gonna talk about fixes. Price impressions are different than price conditioning. Price conditioning is something that you use a third party article with. Okay, what's something that you have in your presentation that you utilize for a third party article? Where do you go to get the numbers?
Consumer report.
Got it. That's a trusted third party article. right? Okay. A price impression is something that's crystallizing. So you've already said it once downstairs, how much a fitter is, how much jacuzzi is, right? Now we want this to crystallize a little bit. We want to say it again for repetition, because repetition is how you sell. So when I get back upstairs, I'm gonna say, well, yeah, now this is after I've done all my measurements, now we're gonna talk about fixes. A couple things you could do in here. You could put one of those plastic moldings over top, and once again, that's gonna be anywhere from 12 to 14,000. Or you could do the routed tile, and just depending on who does the tile and what kind of warranty you're getting and service and things like that, you're looking anywhere from 22 to 25. Okay, now what we would do is we would tear everything down to the studs. Okay, if there's any mold or mildew or anything back there, we're gonna treat it. Okay, we have a spray that we're gonna treat it with. And then if you have any studs that are rotted out, we'll sister them together. So basically what we're gonna do is after we take everything out, we're gonna make everything sturdy again. Now they're thinking logic, structure, okay? We're gonna make everything very sturdy again, right? After, obviously we treat the mold. We're gonna put all of our stuff up and we're gonna go, you wanna go to the ceiling, right? Yeah, I wanna go to the